It's on stream. That would be amazing. Please tell me that was on stream. It probably wasn't. It was probably too early. Hello, and welcome to the Elite Racer Series. Race number 13 at Bristol. Great old short track racing. We actually missed a week. Well, we missed 2 weeks. It's been a while. Last time we did this was Mid-Ohio, which was all the way back on June 20th. It is now July 11th. 2 weeks ago it was Kansas, which I was not able to commentate because, well, Pocono was very brutal and hot, and I was tired. And I also got home after 9, so that didn't really help things. And then last week was an off week because of the 4th of July, but now we're back at Bristol. Last race, KD won. And last time we were here, Eli was Mid-Ohio. I actually don't think you were there. So last time you were here was Talladega. That was a long time ago.
Yes.
But now we're here at Bristol, short track racing. What do you expect to see from this great racetrack?
Bumping and banging, I hope, without crashes. But it's Bristol, so a lot of crashes can happen.
Perfect. We've been told not to pick Brett to win the race. So Eli, who's your pick to win?
Who's even in the race?
No clue.
I know who's in the race before.
I mean, I can tell you what the points look like, and then maybe we can.
I'll go Big Jim.
You'll go Big Jim? All right. Well, since Brett said not to pick him, I'll pick Brett. Yeah. So the points entering this race: KD leads points by 14 over Arrow. DBJ is not that far behind, 23 back. Brennan's in 4th, BKR is in 5th. Tango is 6th, Big Jim is 7th with 3 wins. Hold on, let me just respond to something. Where do I live off? Big Jim, 7th with 3 wins. AJ is 8th, LT is 9th, Allen is 10th, Qual is 11th, Workman is 12th. He's the final one into the postseason. Pens is 1 below. Jesse and Jocko are like 30-some below. And Jocko's 40 below. KD, Arrow, and DBJ are locked in on points. And my assumptions would be Brennan and at least BKR are going to lock in here today. And we'll see if anyone new maybe picks up one. Arrow locked in. He hasn't even won a race this season. So let's see how he does. KD won last race, his second one of the season. He joins a list of only 4 people that have won multiple races. It's KD, BKR, and LT with 2, and then Big Jim with 3. Tiger also has a win, but he's down 16th in points. And I think if he races like one more race or something, he can use that as a wild card. So if he's racing tonight, good for him. In terms of the schedule, there are 3 races left until we get to the postseason. It's Bristol, Darlington, and Homestead. Eli, that is a string of tracks, let me tell you.
Yeah, it is.
So I think pretty much most of the people that are going to be in on points, or most people that are going to be in the postseason, are kind of already there by a good margin. So we'll just have to see how they race here at Bristol. I think it's just going to be go for wins, try and get some bonus points. Yeah. Brennan's typing. I'm waiting for the word to join. Possibly now. Nope, he stopped typing.
That's nice.
Join. There's 12 people racing. LT, I can't pick you. Can I? Are you even racing? Alright, loading in to the last great Coliseum at Bristol. What a sight. Also, Brendan's stream is now live, so I have something to look off of. I think we've only ever commentated one Bristol race?
Yeah.
Right? We did an Echo one?
Yeah, I think we did I don't know.
All I remember is that Freedom dominated one.
That was
Freedom
Echo.
Flyer. That was Echo. Yeah.
I thought we did another one. It was for this.
Alright, LT's not racing, but he still wants us to pick it as the green flag. Oh, Tiger is racing. What a perfect lead-in. Tiger might be good to go on the chase now. Oh, Katie's in the wall. And that's an engine revving outside, everyone. And all the windows are closed. This is amazing. Uh, I wanted to say before I got interrupted. What was I gonna say? Oh, they have to be careful on restarts. Oh, well, we got penned in the inside wall. They have to be careful on restarts because of the caution rule. You know, you can't, within the first few laps on the short track, there's no yellows on a start or a restart. So if they junk up enough cars, there won't be a yellow, and then there's a lot of them out. So on these starts and restarts, they have to be careful. Also, remember, the only guaranteed yellow is at lap 125 midway. Yeah, they've stayed side by side like that the whole race. I don't think anyone's gotten an advantage. Oh, he's in the wall though. Big Jim to the apron, puts in the inside wall to not come back up into the pack. That is a selfless driver right there. He could have easily tried to save it and then come back up and wiped out a few cars, but alas, he didn't. Tangles in the wall. As I've noticed a lot of, as Jocko is basically pushing Brent to the corner, I've noticed a lot of people are running the All-Star schemes. Or just quarter panel numbers in general. I mean, it's interesting. I guess we didn't get the memo that it was weird number day. Oh, Brennan! Oh, that's a hard hit for Brennan. He is wrecked, but it's only one car, so that will not be yellow. That's a tough break for Brennan, who was running up inside the top three, and KD, it was really, Brennan couldn't really do anything. KD just hit the wall and came down anyway. See if Allen can do anything in third. Right. Yeah, he's good at this thing, ain't he? He's good at this racing thing. So Eli, you like Bristol. I know this for a fact. You really like running the top. I know that we kind of have different approaches to running the track. Take me through your approach, because this is one of the more unique racetracks where you can kind of run a lot of different ways, and they all kind of come together as the same kind of speed.
I kind of like diamond it off, like low and slide up high and turn it off, but sometimes that gets you loose entering low with this game, so. And again, some people like the low, and that was perfect.
Yeah, so normally you run a lot higher than I do. You're like normally a car higher than I am. Because you kind of see like the groove up there where the rubber's laid down. Yeah, KD just kind of put in the wall as well. He just said, all right, I'm just gonna stay here. But kind of like where Alan's running. I kind of like run down there, but he's not really diamonding off like I do. I kind of get down into where the PJ1 would be, and I kind of diamond off down there. So I got a really big diamond, which that's just my preference of driving here. It works well when the controller decides it wants to turn. So
it's pretty good with it.
I think I was better with the broken controller here, honestly. Oh, Alan. Where's the yellow out? Oh, okay, the yellow must be out. Oh yeah, there's the 48 arrows wrecked somewhere, so caution is out for the first time. It took them 14 laps. I'm impressed. As long as they don't do anything like Kroger Bristol, we'll be fine. Huh. Hopefully they don't have to park anyone tonight. So Eli, they went 14 laps. Pit stops?
Yes.
You already said yes. I didn't even.
I don't even know what you're going to say. Yes,
they went 14 laps. Yes.
I don't want to stay on those tires here. I'll let him listen.
You know, if LT were racing, he would have stayed out.
Yeah, he would.
I hope he's still watching. So Tiger leads everyone on. Someone who made big gains there, Brett. And I will be watching Brett and Big Jim because in Kroger they were gone.
They were good. Yeah. It was about for third, really.
And the only reason we got to them was because they got wrecked by lap cars, and then chaos ensued, and then there were some fresher tire moments, and kind of just classic short track video game racing at the end. So and it made people angry, but that's just kind of short track racing in general.
Out of it.
I got 15th. I think I was 6th on the backstretch, ended up 15th, so yeah, things happen. Alright, so choose cone, I assume, at the start finish line since everyone's caught up. Eli, what would you choose here?
Top.
Alright, well, so far it's even split. Someone
Well,
did a late choose.
I don't know about manual, but
Yeah. If it were like a game restart, you'd absolutely want that second place position. That is prime position right there. Especially if the guy on the inside doesn't want to use you up, you can easily make it work on the top on a restart in second. So, but obviously we won't have any game restarts, so don't have to worry about that. We're coming to the Geico restart zone. Tiger on the bottom is the leader. Allen on the outside. Tiger goes and leaves the field.
yeah, he gone.
That's a good restart. I think Arrow was the one that crashed, and he's up now 4th. So. Oh, was that? Yeah, that might have been AJ. I'm not sure though. As we got a Valve for 3rd. Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of mentality. If you're gonna get like bumped in the final quarter, you might as well just start wall riding. Especially if it's a bad bump. I feel like sometimes if it's like a decent bump and you just go up the track, you can like save yourself. But if it's like they full throttle into the corner, I just keep moving at that point.
There's like a beginner high bump you and then next place to the wall.
Yeah. Kind of like in real life, if it's just top groove, single file around the top, you can't bump the guy because he's in the wall. You have to slide job, but Lord knows that slide job's working in this game. So you can see Brett, he's attacking the bottom here, trying to get it to work. He's going for 3rd on Arrow, trying to keep Jocko behind him as well. Trying to go up to the middle, kind of a groove I would run. And while Jocko's running a groove, you definitely be running. So he kind of just comes off into the middle there. Is that your definition of diamond? Do you want to get into the middle on exit because of how high you run?
I don't want to go too low. I don't want to go down there. Yeah. Really loose off the corner for some guys who
and Brett's in the wall because of it. Now you have Jocko stacked up, and behind that you have Big Jim. Is Brett still trying to make that bottom work? You have hi Tim, how's it going? And sure, LT, why not? Now Jocko's to the outside, Brett. Oh my gosh, and they're getting loose.
I know the day is tighter than the night.
Yeah, we learned that.
yeah.
We learned that when I ran a 3 for the night, and I ended up racing the day by accident, and I was like, this thing is so tight.
Yeah.
Part of my promise to why I only had a short run car that race. I just loosened it up, and yeah.
I got flipped that race too.
I think I got 3rd because there was a restart late, and I just plowed through everyone from like 7th or something. 3 wide. Oh, Big Jim backs out. The Tiger is still gone. Allen's also done a good job getting away in 2nd. Brett's still trying to keep 4th, but Jocko is giving the fight on the outside. That time getting the wall though is not going to help.
I would say when most racing, you ride on this like 2 miles. You can't pass.
Yep. I think you had experience with Alpha in that regard. Yeah. And I remember at one point you were behind Alpha, and then either you got loose or you just had enough and you let me by. And then I had to stare at Alpha's bumper for about 10 laps, and I was like, I can't do this, and I let you back by.
Yeah. I finally got it figured out.
Big Jim gets by Jocko to move himself inside the top 5. Let's see, was your plane late to Bristol?
Yeah, just a tad bit.
Let's see.
It's really unfortunate.
Yeah. Welcome to Bristol anyway, where there's a current offer 3rd. Do you have an invite?
I do. Right.
Right. Going up the track. Only one has a number that makes sense. In fact, only one of those 3 has a number that makes sense. realized Big Jim was also in it.
Ooh, what happened to Katie?
He wrecked again.
Ah,
Katie's not having a fun day. Yeah. Now Big Jim's turn to try and get by him, but that's the frustrating part of Bristol is Brendan was running up inside the top 3 when he got wrecked, and he just can't do anything back there. They're just kind of stuck at this point. Track position means so much here. And you could take a car that's maybe 6th or 7th on speed, put it up at the front, and you, if you have a good enough person in it, they could stay there. I did 2 tires in Kroger Bristol and ended up staying up there, and I had no business being up there because I was nowhere near as fast as some of those people. I stayed there for like 15 laps and used the power of Dale's in 2014 until my door got ripped off. I remember saying lap traffic can be painful in this race.
let's hope not.
Well, we do have a number 42 out there. Fortunately, I don't think there's a number 1, so...
Air Diddy is wrecked on the front stretch?
Air Diddy's on pit road for me. Oh, that's a shame.
Yeah, it's the same.
Well, you'll have to give us updates about Air Diddy throughout the race, because obviously we can't.
Oh, no, that was Penn's. My bad.
Oh, well, you're just dumb.
It said Air Diddy when it was showing.
Mm-hmm.
Whoops.
Tiger's still leading. There's Air Diddy or Penn's, depending on who you ask right in front of him. Penn's to the outside. Tiger has to be worried.
Lap car cycle.
Nice hashtag on the back of that car.
Back of what car?
Penn's.
Let's do the work. Well, tell us why you like that.
I don't know. I think it's something nice to look at when you're following them.
Okay.
I don't know what the scheme.
Oh, LT, who's your pick to win?
Did someone pick Tiger?
No one picked Tiger.
Okay, we won't be that guy.
I was about to yell at you.
We'll go with, you know what? We'll go with KD.
Oh, okay. So you
You
just
never
pick
know what
someone
that
way
man
at the
can
back,
do.
and he's hoping they can get his way to the front. Meanwhile, 3rd and 4th are starting to slowly roll in 2nd. Brent, Big Jim, and I, we talked about them being really fast here.
Yeah, they're pretty good.
They're pretty good. Some say they have wheels. Rumor has it that they have wheels. Oh my gosh, Allen and Pens were fooling around on the front stretch. Is that Tango going for 5th on Jocko? Attaboy Tango. That Krogman has rejuvenated his spirits. He doesn't win this season, and no one in the broadcast knew he won it when it happened. So everything okay?
Had PTSD. Lap car as well.
Look at the okay. Everything's fine though, no one wrecked. I knew that his teammate go just fine. The Tiger is... It'll be interesting to see if Brett and Big Jim... I think they're going to get to Allen. The question is, can they pass him? And LT, you're a fan of Bristol.
Oh, huge fan. My favorite track.
Tell us about how you run this racetrack, because you're so good here.
Oh, well, my line is basically the wall and the apron.
You dissolved racetrack.
Oh yeah. Yeah, just that's the way to go about it.
See, because Eli and I had these like special techniques. Eli likes to enter low, get up towards the wall, and then diamond off into the middle, while I like to just kind of run a lane lower than him and then diamond off into the peak and won the bomb. You're saying you don't have any fancy stuff like that?
Yeah, see, no, that's all wrong. No.
Okay.
I've tried that. It still doesn't work.
Okay. You did run second here in a...
Oh,
look out!
Oh my god!
That's awful! That was the worst wreck I've ever seen!
Oh my god.
Alright, on your guys' screen, did the 80 and the 66 also flip?
No, the 80 made it through for me.
Oh, for
I
me,
saw one car on its
Brett did a
side.
backflip, and then Alan went on his side.
Yeah. Oh, Katie's wrecked.
There's a manual hat.
Just.
So, who was that? Was that AJ?
Yeah, I think he got loose off.
He got loose and corrected it. Remember when, you know, we saw Big Jim earlier in the race and he got hit onto the apron, and then instead of turning it back up like he could have to try and save his own race, he walled it on the inside? I think that was the opposite effect that just happened right there. And if I know Brett, he's definitely not happy. Even Alan, definitely not happy. Big Jim, I don't know how he escaped through that. That was amazing.
Yeah, look.
He's up to second. Pens is going to get the free pass. And pit road is open. Now, here's the thing. They don't have any real cautions to make adjustments. So, like, your adjustments have to be that.
That's true.
Especially if you have a bad pit stall. Like, if you have one of the first pit stalls, you have no time. Like, if you're Tiger, at least you have a little bit longer, but if you're someone that qualified not as well, you're, like, way back there.
You can go off my lap.
Yeah, like Pens.
Yeah.
Tiger off first.
Is it the same order?
I don't know, you tell us,
I don't remember. I know it was Tiger Jim. I don't know the rest.
LT, choose cone. I asked Eli this. He didn't really give a response. What lane would you pick?
Yeah,
Outside, right? That's it.
what I said.
Unless there's a lot of people there, obviously. Oh. Wait, really?
What?
Tiger chose
I
to use that?
would've-
Well,
yeah,
so I
would-
think if you're the leader, you definitely want to choose the, like, well, you don't, definitely not, but what? Not definitely is what I meant to say. I'd say if you're the leader, I mean, you have control of the start, so you could just launch off. Tiger cleared them
Yeah,
by a
just
car
looking
length or
for it.
two.
Oh, okay. So he has to get a jump. Otherwise,
Otherwise, Big Jim, if he doesn't use Big Jim up, Big Jim could easily run him tight. And,
okay, yeah.
like right there,
I learned a
Tiger
lesson.
did that perfectly.
Oh, well, I don't know.
Big Jim's faster, so now he's up to second and has clear racetrack. Let's see what he can do with Tiger.
Inside.
It always scares me looking from like the angle looking down the trail when you see them come off the corner and converge into one lane. You're always a little bit concerned if someone is not quite clear. Either the guy on the outside gets loose and the guy on the inside gets tight, and Big Jim's in the wall actually.
Yeah.
Back up to third.
My pick. He's fourth.
There we go. My pick got wrecked by a laptop. It's okay, my pick's making his way back up. I can see his car is very easy to see back there. He's making his way up. He's already halfway through the field. Up to fifth. Sixth.
No one picked there, did he?
What?
No one picked there, did he?
No.
No.
That was
To be fair,
his fifth DNF this season.
Okay, stats man.
He's-
Yeah,
Yeah.
be Larry Mack.
Anything you want,
Although I
got
don't
it.
know if I'd want him to be my crew chief considering he stayed out at Richmond. with 4 cars on the lead lap. So
we don't talk about that.
guess he did keep those guys a lap down though. He couldn't take a wave around.
That was the plan. That's all I cared about. I didn't want the win.
Didn't you get yelled at for that too?
Yeah, Workman was not happy with me, but then he apologized.
Okay.
The Rock.
Yes, he apologized. Yeah, I don't know if you heard earlier, but they went 14 laps in a run. And I asked Eli what. I was like, all right, they went 14 laps, and Eli went, yes. And I was like, I didn't even ask the question yet. And I was like, if I were asking LT that question, he'd be like, I'm staying out. What the track position? Brendan just gave the bumper to Arrow.
Tango's trying to get by KD.
Brett's trying to get by them both. A pick. And a bumblebee car.
Brett is good here.
Are you sure about that?
He could have won Kroger, but things happen.
Would you say he's better than you here?
I'd say so, yeah. I feel like people.
Oh, Tango's starting to lag. Oh. Brett clear Tango. It is so hard to make passes. So close.
Oh, he hit KD.
That's going to help though. KD did a great 1 and 2, and Brett can get by them both right here.
Yeah, he's only
Oh,
he put him in the wall a little bit.
It's not for your down because of that. Where's Allen out of all this? He was running well. Oh well, there he is.
Oh.
And there's KD. Is that the 3rd time this race he's had some issues?
Yeah.
He is not a fan of Bristol.
I could relate.
You know what, Brendan's starting to make some progress up to 6th. Followed Allen through that mess, and Brendan was 3rd whenever he was wrecked, but starting to gain some of the position back. But still on the fire from Tango. It looks pretty racy tonight. They just don't have anything for Tiger. I thought Big Jim would at least kind of be with him. He doesn't let him get away, but doesn't really stay close either. In fact, Jocko's closer to Big Jim than Big Jim is to Tiger. Arrow. There's about half a car with on the outside, but
Still stage 1?
there are no stages.
Oh. See.
Maybe if he
Smart.
raced every now and then, he would no.
Whoops. You're making some mistakes. You're fine.
The worst Larry Mack ever. I would tell you what lap they're on, but Brendan is more concerned about fueling tires at the moment. Which I'm not quite sure why. There's 174 to go. They're about 50 from halfway. So assuming it goes green to the end, they have over 6 laps of fuel on board, so I think they should be good to go. Unless Brendan's really concerned about his tires, but I thought tires that lasted until like 2 laps of fuel, so I don't think they'll be that much of an issue. Tiger's really starting to feel the handle though. Maybe that's what they need to defeat Tigers, a long green flag run here. I think the 32 is maybe starting to lose the handle, maybe ran a looser setup, Big Jim on a tighter one. But to be fair, does anyone really know what to run as a preset at Bristol?
No clue.
I mean, like, it's tight, but, like, you get loose off the corners, and you want to try and keep that from happening, but also you want to turn. The X1 race we did, I ran a 5 like I normally do. It felt super tight, so I loosened it up, and it still felt tight, and then I tightened it up, and it got looser. So I don't, maybe they reversed the wedge that day, but
That's this game.
apparently going up on wedge will make it looser at Bristol. It turned really good. Speaking of not turning good, Tiger just about nailed the wall.
Really close up.
And they have AJ ahead, who was hoping what happened last time he was getting lapped doesn't happen this time.
He's gonna let them fly.
I would.
Yeah. Oh.
Yep, gonna have to there. Also let John
He's
go.
gonna overcorrect it.
Right, coming up next to lap him.
Good lap.
He was good.
I like someone today.
Resident Kyle Busch fan in the booth. We apologize for any actions
Any bitterness,
he may take,
any saltiness.
but we understand the frustrations. Especially if people are making fun of you. You can hear this at us. LT, let's cheer you up. Let's talk about our sponsors. Double G
Yay.
Construction Roofing and Richmar Floors. LT, Richmar Florist is local to us.
They are.
They're up here in Allentown. That's like not far away at all. We can go down and get
Do
a
you have
bouquet
any-
of flowers in like 30, 40 minutes and drive back up in another 30, 40 minutes. Especially if you
True.
take the turnpike.
If you're going out on a date and you need to get flowers, so just going there.
Exactly. Richmar Floors. Also Double G Construction Roofing. For all your roofing needs. Some people, I think Brett definitely needs a new roof after that crash. Maybe Alan as well. Maybe they can call them up. I don't know if they do car roofs, but
Good one. New roofs after the storm again.
this is
Yeah,
true.
it's
We,
good.
there you go. We could get rich. Never mind. Never mind. I'm not gonna go there. I'm not gonna go there. That would have been a terrible joke.
I don't know. I don't know what you're gonna say.
That would have been all. I was gonna, no, I can't. I don't think I can say that. Oh, contact for third!
Oh, he's in the wall.
And Brett's now in the apron. Alan's gonna get by him. So Brett was trying to pass Jocko. I don't know if he got tight or if Jocko
Brett's-
got loose, and Brett's probably not happy.
Yeah, someone's loose behind him. Right there.
Alan will take fourth off of that, but Brett definitely has to
kitty
be
flip.
frustrated. Oh no, did you
Lag
like
out.
it quick? Quick? Did you
Hit. Just,
Oh no.
that's a very long pit stop if it's a pit stop.
Well, I think your pick may have quit. Maybe you have the
That's
curse now.
unfortunate.
Maybe you have the lag out curse.
Was he the points leader?
Yes.
Oh,
One last
Well,
race
Point's
at
not even here,
Kansas.
right? Oh, I don't know who's second.
I can tell you that right
Arrow?
now if I can find out.
Maybe?
Second place is Arrow, 14 points back.
Oh, that could be big. That might be points lead. Oh, well, actually, no, until we started.
Does the
race,
points
I
lead
don't know.
hand out? Oh, Jocko's spinning!
No one. Oh, he's coming back up.
Now, I don't know how he spun. I just saw him start to spin. The camera changed when he was sideways. He was entering a
Like a
corner when he
apron,
spun.
maybe?
Very interesting. I mean, Alan and Brett were right behind him. It slowed Alan enough to let Brett get by him. As Alan's lagging. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. It's like he has the storms. Oh my gosh.
What, 25 laps to help with?
What lap are you
101.
Yep, 25 and a half. See, it'd be nice if there was a lap counter for the spectators, but there is no lap counter for the spectators.
Yeah.
Glad to know
I
you always
agree.
back me up. Brendan's still
How is
concerned
that?
about his tires.
I still don't understand how that centered watch thingy, that, like this big screen, how is that hanging?
The scoreboard. The center watch thingy. That's called Colossus.
Yeah, but what if it collapsed?
Yeah, I thought it fell.
Then it would be called Collapsus.
Oh. Lots of, well, okay, we won't. It would just be a travesty. Let's just say that.
I kind of joke for that one too, but I think it would be bad for the sponsor.
Oh,
Brendan and Jock.
Brendan
Or
says-
oh my God!
Jocko just
Fell there.
squeezed him.
Short track tempers. Is Brendan mad? Who knows? Oh, watch this battle. This is 3 cars under a blanket. 4 even. Fitzy, no one's drunken. Well, LT might be drunk, but
Oh no, we're good. Also, I'm only 20, so I legally can't. I never have.
Same.
yep. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Totally.
Alright, back to Colossus. Yeah, it's floating there because of the cables.
Heavily. Would it still stand if one snapped?
Yeah. I'd say if one snapped
Or
it.
not stand, hang, I should say.
I'd say it would.
It just scares me.
I mean,
Just
to be
looking
fair,
at it
we
is like-
can't really see. Are there like cables also on the bottom of it, keeping it like in the garage?
They are. Yes.
Yeah, so it has a ton. Like it has 8 supports. Then that means.
There's, 4 on the bottom and 4 to the towers.
Yeah,
The
so
outside.
I would say if you even have 2 or 3 of those fail, well, depending on where it is, but I'd say you can. Now, if 4 or 5 start failing, that's where you have to then run and take cover.
Fantastic engineering.
This is true. You see, you guys are worried about it. The engineer here, she's like, that's fine.
Sure.
Oh,
Sure,
Jocko,
that's-
that's
oh,
not
Jocko.
fine. He's safe, he's good.
Tango's losing the wall. Yeah, I'm guessing the handling's going away.
Oh, it goes in the wall. Remember, this is also a race for them. Like they're coming up, they're nearing halfway, but Tiger's not that far behind them. They have to hang on for another 12 laps in front of the 32. Try not to wreck, and but also be fast enough to stay on the lead lap high speed. So, and Tiger wants to put as many of them lap down as he can. It's less competition for him. Who knows? He could speed on a manual. Imagine doing that.
Yeah, that's pretty embarrassing. I don't know who.
It's so hard to do. The only way I could see that happening is if someone actually hit them onto pit road.
Yeah, that's at least I have you hit the barrels going into pit road.
Like how none of this has to do with the race. While we were talking, Tiger's extended his gap. I think there's about for third going on. Yeah, Brett's there. And Allen. I think I'm starting to hear thunder outside.
Eli may have to take over.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
While the other two commentators go and take cover, I
Yep.
will say, still don't have a serious thunderstorm warning, so we're good. I'm starting to look now. I think it's going to stay south. Bad stuff. Oh, well,
Or
never mind.
northeast, by the way.
Alright, well, that's not helping. We'll ignore that for now. There are about 5 laps until we get to Midway. Brett's still trying to get by Alan. Now, we know from last night, a race can get flipped around in an instant.
Totally.
Especially when 2 lap cars are racing each other and banging off each other for 8th place.
You know, sometimes you just forget that you're
You're
3
lead
wide,
racing?
and you think
Oh.
you're 2 wide, and you don't leave enough room.
I thought you
that
just
ping
forgot
pong
you were
effect
league
happens.
racing.
Oh,
Maybe you thought you were public lobby racing. There were no yellows.
sometimes stuff happens, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, everybody finished where they're supposed to finish.
Showed some people mad. Oh,
That was my fault. Oh, what's
Whoa!
third?
Oh, this must be... So is this the manual? Because, remember, they do it on 125.
Oh, yeah, on 120. Oh, that came quick.
Yeah. This race started less than an hour ago. Already to halfway. So Tiger was leader at halfway. I know that's a stat. Oh, Pens
That
is
is a
in the
stat.
wall.
That was Tiger's second leader at halfway.
Look at that, he's one upping us.
I can't remember. He knows the stuff.
And I guess he almost has most laps led, which is a chase point. And he's in a chase, right? Because this is his 5th.
Yeah, so
Or 6th. That's not.
I was telling Eli that before, is that I think he had to make one more start to lock his way in. And this was his start. And he had that win, so that win will be a wild card, and who knows, he get another one here and maybe even move himself up into the top 10 and knock you out because you're down around 9th right
yeah,
now. I think.
Yeah,
You might have to use a wild card if you don't start showing up.
I'm gonna try to get in so I don't use one. I don't want to take one away from the... How many people? Oh, there's 2 races. Oh boy.
Darlington, Homestead. Yeah. Telling Eli before
will
the race
make
started,
those.
this is a insane stretch of races. Bristol, Darlington, and Homestead.
Darlington is a tough track.
Yeah, have you shown up to any of
I'm
those?
totally in contention for that. I've shown up to all of them, yep.
I don't know if I know. Oh, do we know who has the lead for that? I think it might be Tango.
Big Jim.
Big Jim. Okay, that's shocking. Tiger wins theirs after. And how many? Is that 15 playoff points if you win the Tough Track Challenge?
Oh, I don't know if it's 10 or 15.
That's a lot. Yeah, either way.
Yeah.
Let's see,
I
Chase
think
Road.
right now Big Jim would be the leader going into the chase with these chase points.
What are chase points? Do we know?
I will have to pull that up. Give me a second.
'Cause I don't think I even know what. Oh, as they chose Tiger bottom, Big Jim top, Brett bottom, Allen top, Arrow bottom, Jocko top, Tango bottom, Brennan top. Brennan's wanting to do a 3 wide restart.
Let not go 4 wide.
Okay, so chase points, it would go, well, Big Jim would start with 2022. Then it would be KD, Baronate, tied with 2015. Then me with 12, Dirty Boy with 11, Carol 9, Tango 8, Brennan 7, Workman 3, AJ 2, Alan 2, and
Red. Oh.
Yeah, you can cut him off. He's fine.
oh no, yeah, I'm done. That's pretty much it.
I heard him get down to like 2 and 1s, and I was like, that's basically done.
Yeah.
So we'll see if this run Big Jim can hang with Tyler. That was the last known yellow these guys will get. Nice. Tyler led every lap. Like maybe KB led some early when he was racing door to door with him, but otherwise.
That's
Insane. The Brett of that restart.
I think I'm hit the wall.
Back to 6th now. Restart at 3rd, so.
I don't think it's gonna play good.
No, it's probably because I picked him, so.
Yeah.
To be perfectly honest. Being very aggressive on entry, rolling up to the top, arrow, kind of trying to get the exit. Jocko. Jocko stayed in the PJ. I wish you could run this like old Bristol where they would get down and use the apron.
Yeah. You
You
gonna
do
make
that,
it.
you're spinning.
Yeah.
Tiger's starting to pull away though. He's looking pretty good right now.
It's his race to lose, I think. Happy Jackson.
I think that's fast the next one.
Yeah, he had like that.
Yeah, he was pretty much gone.
I think I like that race one. I did nothing until the
Eli,
last
you
restart.
started.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I remember that record.
Keegan. Yeah, stuff happened.
The next race comments are like,
That was Keegan's fault.
you were part of it.
Innocent bystander.
The bystanders in the stands almost got a taste of the third week. They've been struggling.
And they have a tighter setup.
Because Allen is all over him. I don't know what happened to the back half of the pack, but there was about 8 cars, and then there's like a few that just kind of lost it. And I think Jocko and Brett are going to be getting a little impatient.
Allen.
Yeah.
Oh.
Look at this.
Allen clear for second.
Jim the wall. Jim's struggling.
He could fall back to these guys too if he continues to fade like he has been. That's actually shocking for Big Jim, but I mean, as you mentioned though, Eli, the night race and the day race here, it does make a huge difference. Oh, Brett just used arrow up. This reminds me of like 2012 to 2016 Bristol, where the top was the preferred lane, so the only way you could pass someone was side job, or you just fence them. And sometimes, a lot of times, it was fence them. Brett, he can keep the road to the corner so well. Honestly, it seems like Brett's more vulnerable on the restarts in terms of handling than any other time. Like, whereas everyone gets loose late in the run, it seems like his car is more vulnerable in the first few laps after restart. Then it starts to get better when I say that. Now here he is getting loose off the corner, but meanwhile Tiger has almost a straightaway lead.
Yeah, he's gone. It's kind of scary.
Yeah, this is quite the performance.
Very dominant.
Freedom Flyer and Echo. He lapped everyone, but I think Tim in second. And Tim was on the tail end. Right, and Jocko was fourth. Slide up. With Brett clearing Jocko there, we could see about 3-4 cars now battle for second, because I think Brett is definitely faster and could possibly move him up to Alan and Bacon.
Oh, Jim.
Enjoying a big lead as Big Jim kills the wall.
He must be really tight.
He would have been fine if the safer barriers were like after the Atlanta. Non-existent. Brett's there for third. I just saw lightning. We're gonna ignore it.
It's got thunder.
I got the light part. Oh, there's the sound part. Oh, yep.
Oh, I heard that one.
Yeah.
You heard it because we're in like the same place, LT. No rain though with it. Still perfectly dry outside. I'm sorry if I just leave the party at some point. It's hard to call that with LT. Brett is all over the back bumper. Big Jim. I thought this was going to be for the lead. But it's going to end up being for third place.
I don't know if Jim is going. I don't think so. Usually Jim is nice and lets somebody by if they're faster. But I don't think at a place like this you sort of
It's hard
that.
to do that. Sometimes you go slower and you start like spinning out here. So Brett trying the top. Oh, and Big Jim's gonna get loose, and he had to let him go there. Had to let Jocko go as well. So Big Jim falls back, so that's gonna be fifth. Alan knocks the wall down. Brett knocks the wall down. Jocko knocks the wall down.
Yeah, Hamlin's going away for these guys.
Yeah, that's kind of scary because there's still over 80 laps to go in this race. So Brendan also just got loose off of 4. And for anybody but Tiger, you're praying that one of these looseness moments causes a yellow, or you're hoping that Big Jim wrecks Jocko, because that about
He hit
happened.
the bumper and then felt bad and backed off.
Good thing we don't have lightning clock here, because that one rogue lightning strike within that 8-mile radius says we got looseness for second.
Oh, I see some dark clouds rolling in. Oh wait, no, those are the same clouds that were there at the start race.
We just have a time stand still except for the race cars. Oh, Brett.
The fans aren't even moving.
Oh no, that's not rain. That's my air coming on. Never mind. I was like, it just got loud all of a sudden. So Tiger just
Oh, Brett. Oh, no contact with Alan. Alan's the wall, dooring.
Brett by him. Second place. Highest Brett's been all day.
How far ahead is?
Pretty far.
He just keeps gapping.
He has basically a straightaway now. A little less, like 3/4 of a straightaway. Now the question is though, we haven't seen Brett in second. We've seen Alan in second, he couldn't gain. We saw Big Jim in second, he couldn't gain. I'd love to see Brett on a restart and get to second and see if he can try and hang with Tiger. Because at the moment, with how far back he is, it would take a miraculous effort without a mistake to get up to Tiger. Tiger's not known for making many mistakes, so... Alpha's in chat. Everyone's just coming out to watch Bristol. LT must have died because of the storms.
Oh yeah.
Am I next? We'll find out. I'm gonna be sitting in a dark room soon, probably. No lights anywhere. I will freak out. I have word from LT. His power went out, and a thunderstrike came with it. That would have been bad. I'll get the Tiger. See where he is. Oh, there he is. Off of 4. So now, Eli, these guys are in a position, 75 to go, to where if caution comes out now, they can pit and they can make it from here to the end. So at this moment, it is a one-stopper. But for sure, at a track like Bristol, you will be sending everything out to the max. You're not going to be short pitting or anything because you can lose laps. And a fun fact, Alpha was at Atlanta. That's him able to enjoy some time at the racetrack. And Alpha, I don't know if you wish you were able to race because Tiger is just whooping the field. Oh, Tiger's got a little loose there. Jim is still behind Jocko. Now for 4th. Ooh!
Really?
Oh, Jocko a little hard. Big Jim gets the P4. I think Jocko's car definitely better on the restarts. Big Jim starts coming a little bit later. Wow, his power came on fast. That's good to see. He lost his voice there. Screwed.
That was bad. Completely went black.
If I'm fearing could have happened to me. I did look at the radar though. We are very lucky that we are not south.
Yeah, it's
Richmond Flores is going to be having some sort of storms coming towards them right now. Alpha just said, "Where is a fan with a tranquilizer dart when you need them?" Well, I don't know about that, Alpha, but I think we could get someone to maybe climb the fence. Is it just me or is Brett kind of slowly maybe close the gap to Tiger a little bit? I will say he is probably the only one though that has been able to stay with Tiger.
freaking wrecked it. Well,
Tiger's having some moments too now. He's getting loose off the corners, and
you don't got that whole thing.
here in
I
Bristol
think
it's very
Brett-
hard.
Brett has gained a little bit. A couple tenths.
Think about the handling characteristics here. It's the worst thing ever. Pushes on entry, pushes in the middle, and then just snaps loose on exit. Or sometimes it just pushes tight on exit too. Russian roulette, you have to decide which one's going to do that. Oh my god, Tiger is not. He's. You can't wait for pit stops, but they're still about 20 laps away. You're going to put that fuel all the way to the end. You don't want to pit and have a caution come out and then be 2 laps down. Yeah, Brendan's cut the lead. It was at one point about a straightaway, 3/4 of a straightaway. Now it's a little less, maybe like 2/3.
Slowly but surely.
Fractions are hard, but Tiger just put it in the wall the whole front stretch.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Oh,
Oh boy.
oh! Now Tiger's getting loose. That was a lot of lightning. That's gonna be loud. I'm so sorry. Oh, maybe not.
The power goes out again.
Wow, it wasn't loud. Okay. It didn't even do anything.
Lap car of AJ.
Oh, nope.
He's out of the way.
That was pretty loud. Oh, it's still going.
Oh, yeah. There it
Sounds
is.
like an airplane's taking off above my house. That's cool. Oh, it just
He's
lagged a little
on
bit. Uh-oh. Oh, we got
Pit stop.
AJ's pitting. I mean, I guess he just pitted because he wasn't liking his car. If you're a new lap runner, I would not be pitting now. Like, it's a risk you could take to try and get the tires sooner to gain time, but in my opinion, the risk versus reward, it's just not worth it. Because they're still racing for, like, Tango's still near Brennan, Penn's is in that, Arrow's right in front of them, so it just takes one little mistake for someone to spin, and then it collects someone else and they get a yellow. Especially if you're Brett, because you've cut that lead down. It's only like half a straightaway now. You can see that third two getting bigger. He's smiling. So right here at the line, it is 51 to go. They can probably go about another 12, 13 laps. Now 50 to go. Penn's is pitted. This is another thing, like, how many times do you enter pit road under green at Bristol?
I only know one.
Yeah, I've only done it, I think, maybe once.
I don't know if I've ever done it.
I know that he did.
Tango's in. Well, the pit cycle is starting. Some of the people that are running not as well as the front runners are starting to, but if you're Bright, you're definitely stretching this out, because look at, you can visibly see that 32 coming back to him.
Pit stops are going to be everything here.
Brennan in. Oh, Brett's loose
Oh,
though!
Brett. Oh, no.
All right.
Yep, all that ground, he just gave it away with, that's the thing, you work for laps at getting it, and it just takes that one thing to lose it. Now Tiger also has to let Tango go, because Tango is on fresh tires. Allen almost wrecked entering pit road, but he's made it in. Brendan got a 15-3. Tiger does let Tango go.
Brett's coming in.
I don't blame him after what just happened there. So now, if you're Tiger, you kind of have to respond to that. You don't want to stay out too much longer. We'll see when he decides to peel off.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
So
What
we'll have to
happens?
see. Big Jim also pitting. Jocko staying out. I don't know if he has already done his service and we missed it, or he's trying to just stay out, maybe lap everyone and hope some yellow comes out.
Brett is out and good.
Actually, Tiger now. See when he leaves and if Brett gains anything on him, because remember Brett did pit a lap sooner. There goes Tiger. Yep. So now to see can Brett continue that magic that he had on the longer run. Think about how much closer he would be. He'd be right on top of him if he didn't make that mistake. Maybe even by him. So Alpha just brought up a moment of him wrecking, entering pit road at Bristol.
Oh, yeah.
He said, "Could never be me." Oh wait. I remember that happening. I was not there. I remember watching it. Everyone cheered when it happened.
I held me win the race, so I was happy.
Yeah.
I was happy that it happened that way.
A reminder, Tiger will cycle out to be the leader. However, Jocko is still the leader, praying a yellow comes out. Because if a yellow comes out, he has everyone trapped at least one down.
They spread out though.
Jocko's pitting now, so it was a gamble worth taking for sure. Now Tiger will get a lap back and he'll be the race leader once they come around the start-finish line. There's Arrow. It's not been a good day to be a top points runner. Katie's out. Arrow's a lap down now. Dirty Boy's not here. Oh my gosh.
Oh, that made me nervous.
That's a little scary. Especially after what happened to Tiger last night. I know he didn't wreck from it, but he was still slowed from it. Now let's see if Arrow, he has fresher tires than these guys. The question is Brett still going to be faster than him? To where that can maybe hold him up.
This is not good for Brett.
No, he needs to get by AJ, maybe even Arrow as quickly as... But Tiger also has cars in front.
That's true, yeah.
AJ lets them go. Brett's still on the bottom. Tiger has Pens ahead. And then Brennan is down for position with Jocko, so down for 6th. I'm sure if Tiger were to catch them while they were still battling for that position, they wouldn't want to give it up. But obviously Jocko does have fresher tires than Brennan, so he might be able to pull away. Oh my gosh.
Arrow.
That was the most insane let a person go I've ever seen in my life. So now the lead's just a little less than a straightaway, a little less than half a straightaway now, I'd say. See how Pens lets Brett go. Oh, that's a bad place to do it. That is a bad place to do it.
That wasn't good.
The last place you want to be let go as a lead lap car is going to be off of the corner. You're trying to use up all the space, and you're assuming the guy on the outside is going to be in the gas. So you can just drift up to the wall behind him, and they maybe let you on the straightaway or entering the corner. They let you go exiting the corner. That is no win for anyone involved. Almost wrecked Brett. That extends Tiger's lead just a bit. Also made an angry Brett, probably.
29 to go.
Arrow just nailed the wall behind Brett. We have 28 to go. Gonna be 27 at the line. Tiger has Brennan ahead. I'm sure Brennan will let him go now that he's not bound with Jocko. Oh, everyone wants to finish on the lead lap. It's important to realize that at some point it's just not your day and move over and don't destroy the leader's chances. You see Brennan right there, off the corner on the straightaway. Let him go.
Good respect.
That's about as good as you can do it as well. I think Jocko and Tango are actually down for 5th in front. So, Tango was one of the first to pit. Jocko was the last to pit.
They're having a good battle.
It's about for a top 5. Oh, Tango's lagging.
Yeah.
As soon as I was about to say, all it takes is for one person to get loose, and then Tango started lagging. So right there, with those two racing, like, you know, door to door like that, if they got loose and both of them would have wrecked, it would have been a caution, and this whole race would have been flipped upside down. Oh, jump on the wall. Tango coming back to him. The line, the race leaders have 20 laps to go. Brett's still about that half a straightaway, maybe a little more behind. Hasn't really been able to close in ever since kind of he and Penn's had that issue. I definitely think Brett's main strength was on the long run, and this run's just not going to be as long as the first one. Brennan's done, I think, too good of a job letting people go, because now he's in a battle with Arrow for 7th and 8th. He just backed himself up into a battle. $17 to go for Tiger, I believe.
And points do matter.
Yeah.
Because your position determines your chase points that you get.
Tiger got really close to that wall there. And in front, they're still battling for 5th. I'm seeing more lightning to my left, but they're still battling for 5th. I mean, Jocko's not gotten away from Tango, and everyone wants a top 5. So this should be 14 to go. Maybe. I think he's actually extended it out over Brett a little bit. Brett might be pushing too hard now. Just trying to get up there. 13 to go. Now the question is, right, with this battle for 5th going on, and Tiger's catching them, and it's going to be late in the race when he gets to them, what do they do? Do they move out of the way? I
really don't know, to be honest.
That's kind of hard to determine because you're bound for a position, but like you don't want to mess with the leader, but at the same time you don't want to let the leader go and then say, you know, Tango lets the leader go, but then Jocko doesn't. Then you're not bound for that position anymore, so...
Jocko on pens.
So there should be 9 to go right here for Tiger. Comfortable margin over Brett. All he has to do is just limp it home. He could maybe even stay behind Tango.
Yeah, I was just thinking that he might just be smart about it. Just coast around, manage the gap. Oh, they're side by. Oh, I don't know now.
I dropped it on there.
Oh, it's,
Yeah, that's risky.
yeah, it's scary being to the inside of a lap car like that. Pen's gonna
touch
back
the
off here.
Oh,
Brett nailing the wall. He's driving the heck out of that thing. Unless something major happens to Tiger, it's gonna be just not enough. 6 to go for Tiger.
Amazing performance. You know,
Yeah, it's been just flawless, really. Basically a flag-to-flag lead. Just a few moments here and there. We actually don't know if KD led early on, but if he did, it was only by inches. And then obviously you had Jocko leading under the pit cycles. But other than that, it's been all Tiger.
I mean, there's some good guys in here too.
Yeah.
He's,
Brett, Big Jim, Allen, they're no slouches.
yeah, he whooped some good guys.
I mean, Brett
A
and
lot
Big
of
Jim
credit
were
to him.
dominating the Kroger race up in front of the pack by like half a lap. You know,
Yeah.
third place was like 7, 8 seconds back. So, with now 3 to go for Tiger, he's doing exactly what you said, Altish, just riding behind Tango and Jocko. He's gonna keep them on the lead lap and just get it home without. Oh well.
Say that.
I'd be a little nervous seeing that in front of me. Obviously, cautions are off, but Tiger could still wreck.
Oh,
He wants that top 5.
he does want that top 5.
So this should be the white flag. So there should be half a mile to go for Tiger. He's even giving Tango and Jocko room now. And in domination, Tiger wins Bristol. Brett second. Third place is so far back, I don't know who it is.
Tango gonna. Oh, he
Oh
walled.
my god.
Oh!
Oh,
Oh, we've junked up cars at the
Dead.
checkered flag. Allen got third. Big Jim fourth. Jocko fifth, obviously, as we saw. He and Tango crashing across the start-finish line. Tony Stewart and Kansas style. Tango sixth. Arrow seventh. Brennan eighth. Penn's ninth. AJ 10th. KD and Air Diddy didn't get to see the end of the race. 11th and 12th. So, yeah, this was the second Bristol whooping we've been up in the booth for.
Yeah.
Maybe we're bad luck when we,
I think we are.
LT was here.
he was. And his power went out, and then he was back, and then... But, Brett, you finished second. And let me tell you, your race was very, very action-packed. You drove through the pack many a times, and that last run before the pit stops, you were really gaining on Tiger till you got loose and hit the inside wall. But take us through kind of running him down, because it looked like on the long run you were definitely the best car out there.
I couldn't do anything. I never had like a fair shot at him. I was never up in like the front, like 2 or 3. Never on a restart was near him. There was one restart I was up front, but I had an issue, and I went back to like 7th or 8th. So I was automatically at a disadvantage from every lap. And so once the long runs got going, you know, I can't gain too much at this track. So I just tried to gain as much as I could before pit stops, so hopefully I could like beat him off or something, or like undercut, you know, like just do something. But then I got it down to a second, and then I died right before pit stops. Had I not died that second, or that like few laps before pit stops, then I think I might have had a shot. But he was definitely faster on the short run, and I think that's because I rely on the low lane, and so the car's really, really tight in the beginning. I was running, what are those, 15.5s, and he was still pulling away, so there was nothing I could have done.
Yeah, I was gonna say you were saying it's hard to run someone down. I think he went from a straightaway back to like there. So, I mean, it was pretty impressive on that run. It was fun to watch, seeing you just slowly chip away at it. Eli definitely does have a question. LT, do you have anything?
Let me think. So I joined late, so I didn't really get to see what was happening like the first part of the race. But when I joined, you were like middle of the pack. So do you think you always had second place speed, or did you have to make adjustments to sort of get there?
Bristol's like one of my best tracks, so I knew I could always have race winning speed. But like I said with Joe, I never was up front with Tiger to have an equal battle. So that kind of bit me, because once you're in traffic, you're going to lose time regardless of how fast you are, and once he gets out there, it's just so hard to run people down. And then getting there, that's one thing, but then actually passing him is another.
Well, Brett, congrats on second. It was fun to watch you move through the field many times. And got another good Bristol run.
First Bristol race I've ever not killed myself. Shout out. First time was this league last season, so broke that streak.
Our winner was here, but then he left, so we'll move on to third place. Alan, you were really, I would say, top 5 all race long, or most of the race. What more did you need, though? Because Tiger, it just looked like he'd just take off and never look back, man.
Yeah, I needed a restart where I could kind of like start with him and like not battle anybody else to really have a shot. Because I think the second caution is when AJ just got loose and came up right in front of me, Ace, and Jim, and then I went all the way to the back because of that. And then I never really got a restart next to Tiger, so I didn't really know how to match up, except for the first restart, but then I was battling and he kind of got away. But yeah, after the first couple, I'd say first like 50 laps, I determined I probably had a top 3 car. Yeah, I wasn't gonna. I might have had something for Ace if I could have stayed with him, but Tiger was just too good the whole time. So
yeah, I'd say for sure you and Brett were second, third best cars of the race. Eli has no question for you, as is normal. LT, our stat guy, do you have a question?
So on a different note, you're sort of on the cut line. You probably gained a lot of points tonight, but 2 races to go until the playoffs. What's your viewpoint going to Darlington and Homestead?
I should be in 10th. I think AJ's in front of me, so I might get to 9th. I'm not sure how much he's in front of me though, but I'm not too concerned. I think Koala and Penn's behind me. And Koala hasn't been racing recently, so I'm not too concerned about Penn. He's a good friend, so I don't think he mind me saying that. So I think I'm okay. Actually, I've been running really good here. I think I finished in the top 5 the past like 3 or 4 races. So feeling good. So I mean, that's all I can do at this point. I missed the first like 3-4 races of the season, so I'm getting my shot right at the right time. So just make it through make it into the playoffs was kind of my goal. So I gotta set a new goal, I guess.
Well, lately your name has been one I've uttered a lot, and for good reasons. So, congrats on another top 3 finish, and good luck in the final 2 before the postseason.
Appreciate it, thank you.
So I'm gonna end it very quickly, in case the power dies. 2 races left until we get to the postseason. Darlington and Homestead. Darlington, the last race of the Tough Track Challenge. We'll see who can get the points there to win that and get the points for the chase. It's Brendan. How many points is that? 10, 15?
That's gonna be 10.
10 points.
Tiger's mic died, his mic is broken. That's why he quit.
Okay.
I mean, I will say that was like the most dominant performance like in this league like ever.
Yes.
So, good job to him.
Nearly flag to flag, and congrats to him. Sad we couldn't get an interview with him to ask him his secrets, but I'm sure he wants to keep those to himself. So, Darlington next week, the last race of the Tough Track Challenge, and then Homestead, the final race before the postseason. Thanks for watching the Elite Racer Series from Bristol. Thanks to our partners, Double G Construction Roofing and Rich Smart Florist. We'll see you guys next week for Darlington.